I was in Food Line earlier, and like I'm the type of person that like looks for new energy drinks and or like water. Like I always look to see what's new, and Liquid Death.
You're always looking for new energy drinks
I
and
do,
or
like, I
water.
kind of like to experiment. Like, and I know that's not healthy.
You know how much that surprises me? 0%.
And I like to experiment with energy drinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, well, I guess energy drinks
It's just
themselves are like, I guess, sort of not super healthy, I guess.
Well, yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
they're already not healthy.
But
and now
looking
I'm
for
rolling the
different
dice.
kinds of water. That's some Jordan ass shit.
But dude,
Yeah,
no. So I found this like Liquid Death has like a new flavor, and it's called Dr. Death, and
Okay.
it really just tastes like Dr. Pepper, but it's water.
Really?
Yeah. But here's the thing: I don't really like Dr. Pepper, so I'm kind of
Yeah.
disappointed.
Do you know Dr. Pepper is the oldest soft drink in the
Did not
world?
know that.
There you go.
Okay.
I mean, that's a perfectly
an
reasonable
interesting-
thing to say. I just have no follow-up.
Yeah, there shouldn't be.
Do you
No
know Pepsi
criticism
was
or
made in
anything.
North Carolina.
Pepsi's North Carolina, yeah.
Yeah.
did know that.
Do you know what Pepsi? This is funny. You know what Pepsi was originally called?
Coke.
Oh, God.
Brad's drink.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Some
Who is
asshole
Brad?
named Brad
Some
is
asshole
the guy
named
the guy who like formulated it and founded the company or whatever. And the reason I know that is because there's like a placard in New Bern, North Carolina, where
Where's
where
that? Yeah.
and it says like right around this corner is where Brad blah 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 did whatever. It was originally called
Where Brad was
Brad's
selling
drink.
snake oil.
Fucking Brad's drink, man.
Wow.
He was just doing that at his house.
Yeah.
His mom was all pissed off about it, making your own drinks.
Everyone was like, "What is that?" He's just like, "I don't know. It's my drink."
How
We were
is-
like, "I'll give you 2 dimes for it." He's like, "That seems high, but sure."
Sure, yeah.
I could be completely wrong. I just imagine New Bern isn't that nice.
It's fine.
It's
like
fine?
a cute little sort of
Okay.
like
We got-
seaside, like inland, not beach, but like on the. What do you call that? Where it's like, it's ocean, but it's not. You know what I'm talking about? Like
No.
inland waterways.
It's
an isle?
Yeah.
It's a waterway.
Yeah, the
probably.
water. It's there. It's
We
like
have
the beach,
actually
but it's not
we got
the
a
beach.
big following in New Bern, so I just want to for Jordan, I want to apologize to everybody
Okay,
in New
yeah.
Bern.
It really, I can say, even outside of the bit, like it's a nice,
No,
it's a cute little nice place.
The point I'm making is I find myself being disappointed when I go to certain places, knowing like the big things or people that have come from those places. Like every time I go to Wilmington, I'm just like, this is Michael Jordan should be ashamed of himself. This is drab.
You don't like Wilmington?
This
Yeah.
whole place is just drab.
You think
looking.
so?
Yeah,
Wow.
Kinda.
Yeah.
That's not my vibe with it
Not at all.
Y'all like Wilmington?
I think it's- I think
quite
it's-
a bit actually.
I just drive in. I always expect more. When
Do you
I
go
drive in.
downtown?
I actually last time I was there, I was downtown.
Downtown's-
Downtown was all right.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So downtown's cool, but like there's way more to it than just downtown.
Of course, but
and like
but
all of that needs to be fixed.
I don't know. I don't. I'm not really with you on
I
this.
know.
one,
Like
man.
I drive
I can't-
past like a swamp coming into Wilmington half the time.
Well, it's,
Yeah,
it's
it's by
that's
the
how
ocean.
ocean works, dude.
Somebody fix that.
Somebody fix it. Drain the
Oh,
swamp.
trust me, people.
Jordan's pushing right.
Wow. I don't know. Now, climate change is working on it as we speak.
Yeah,
right
actually,
now.
they are
Yeah.
fixing that.
It's just a matter of time for all the swamps are gone. Wow. Okay. Man, Brad's drinking. Jordan hates
Jordan
swamps
hates towns.
and towns, coastal towns of North Carolina. That's
New-
where your big.
New Bern
hang-up.
has a bunch of bears around, like plaster bears that are like standing up. It's like the whole thing because Bern means bear. It's a whole thing. They went and
Oh,
ran
I
with
thought
it.
I always thought burn
Switzerland.
meant like tree or something like that.
No, it means bear.
Oh, I don't know.
Isn't that a type of tree? A burn?
I don't know, but it certainly means bear in German.
Oh, is that where like is it Bernstein Bears?
Oh,
Come
I
from?
never even thought of that. Maybe.
It's a good question.
Well, that's
You guys
all a
want me
glitch
to-
in the Matrix anyway. But
Oh yeah,
the whole Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, that didn't really happen.
I don't know if that burn. Okay. Wait,
Yeah.
isn't it? Oh, I'm thinking of a berm. It's not a berm. It's
I don't know
berm.
what that
Okay.
is.
Like a berm, like on a hill. Like a hill is a berm.
If you say so, but
Yeah.
Okay.
I will look that up because I still don't know what it is,
I'm
even
gonna-
though you've
I'm gonna
sort
look
of
it up
Is it
right
like
explained
a
it.
mini hill?
Yeah, is
'Cause
this a home?
otherwise,
Is this a home?
why
Is
not
this
just call it a hill?
Is this a hobbit hole? Is it a hill on a hill?
Hobbit?
A berm is a raised area of land or a shelf that separates areas vertically, often partway up a slope.
So it's a fucking hill. Oh! It's
I'm
a hill.
good.
It's a hill on a hill, basically.
I kind of see what you're saying. Now.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I mean, am I essentially saying because it's like raised but on a hill already.
It's like in
Yeah,
in a
actually,
horror movie,
yeah.
if somebody's running through the woods, that's the thing. That's the part of the ground they hide behind.
See
You
what
know
I?
I'm talking about.
Yeah, and like I mean, that's some old school. I like that.
Yeah.
Look, there's a picture
It's
of it.
kind of like if a hill had a tumor. Is that the idea?
That's okay. Sure.
It looks
Hold
like a
on.
pile of
Oh
dirt.
no,
Let's see it.
that's manufactured.
That's a pile of
Somebody
dirt.
just put a bunch of ground.
So
right
it
there.
probably doesn't even have to be natural.
Yeah. Well, no.
No, hang on, that's not right.
I don't care about
Hang on.
berms anymore. That's not.
Yeah, berms are dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. There's some other berms
That's
here.
ground.
Ooh,
BBL.
we haven't taken an official anti-stance in a while on anything. Could we add berms
and
to it?
and New Bern.
No,
and
no, I'm not
Wilmington?
on board with that
Me
one.
neither. We gotta.
But
sort that out.
berms, I feel like
we
we're.
can't have a stand if it's not going to be the whole podcast.
Well,
I can't
that's
say-
what I'm saying. I'm
Okay,
saying,
fine.
do you agree to this
I'm with berms.
preliminarily at least? Because we don't know that much. We can look into it more. But if
not
berms
against
are
berms.
what it seems like they are,
I'm fine
I'm.
with it. Yeah.
No, like berms are, but so one of the examples here, berms like like in a golf course or in like a nice manicured area where they have an especially high leg hill that's mulchy and has things on it that kind of separates two areas. That's like a berm.
Anti-berm.
Anti-berm, really?
We're doing it.
Yeah.
know.
I'm with that.
I don't think.
All right. It looks like
Might be the-
looks like Jason might not be into it. It does need to be unanimous.
It needs to be unanimous. You're
Yeah.
correct. All right. Good job, guys. Did you guys watch the Golden Globes or anything like that?
Nah, man.
No, it it wasn't by choice. Like I was at a restaurant and they had it on the TV, so I saw like it kind of happening.
Okay.
But I also didn't realize it was going on because like who keeps up with the Golden Globes?
Not me for
Is there-
sure.
Like it was just so no, I didn't.
Who? What? Yeah. Like, what's the? I mean, of course, Jason does because
You know what? You're right. I'm
Jason
sorry.
is a
Yes.
fucking dweeb.
No, you were in film.
No, I work in the business.
Yeah, you
so
do work
I
in the
have
business.
to,
That's a good. No, but okay.
But
you
there's
have to.
There's no.
I work in the business, so it's really
to
a
write
part
off
of my job
to write off
wa-
my
yeah.
cable. I have to watch it. I bring it up specifically because I know we're a little bit behind in that, but the Oscars are coming up or whatever. And I think Conan O'Brien is hosting this.
Really?
year. I think so. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. man.
kinda,
I'm gonna actually watch.
yeah.
That's great.
I heard that. I haven't confirmed that.
I
I'm
hope
pretty
that's
sure
true.
the case.
I love it.
But the reason I brought it up was something that I like. This idea. So there's what's it called best motion picture, musical or comedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
They
I
have
wanna
a separate. They have,
it's
they
a
have
very
it separated out in the
strange
Golden
thing,
Globes.
right? Yeah. Like musical or I don't think those things should be compared at all. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't get it. So you have like a best,
There's like drama.
and they put musical and comedy together.
I've never
That's
really
very
quite
odd.
thought about. It's always kind of made sense to me. Just not in like I haven't really given it thought. I've
Yeah.
always just been like musical or comedy. Yeah, I get that. And I
Yeah.
kind of still think that, and I'm realizing now it's because I just don't
You don't care.
take musicals seriously.
Yeah, I kind of same. I never like musicals.
Really?
Ever? No.
I'm
yeah.
not. I mean, I have
pushing back hard.
I
on
like
that.
Hamilton's fine. I like Disney movies. They're musicals.
Hamilton's fine. It's
No,
just,
no. Hamilton's great.
Okay.
but I mean like.
No, I'm kind of.
I'm a back up.
No,
Yeah, it's fine. Like my thing is like, dude, just make a concept album. If you're gonna sing the whole time, just make a concept.
No,
album.
I'm actually. I didn't mean to mislead you, Jordan. I'm actually not with you on this. I kind of love
All right, I'll
Hamilton.
stand on this one.
Wow.
But in general, the reason I said fine is because I was just separating it out from the fact that I really don't love musicals. I saw one on Broadway this past summer that didn't have any words. It was basically just a ballet, and I loved it.
Okay.
It was the one based on Illinois.
Okay.
Sufjan Stevens.
That's what I
Yeah.
wanted you to say his name because I
Yeah.
refuse to say
Yeah,
it.
Sufjan Stevens.
Okay. Here's
Ooh,
a-
he might be my album.
Here's another
I was
kicker,
thinking
though,
of
by the
someone
way.
else, but
So they had best male actor. It might have been supporting male actor in a musical or comedy. Hugh Grant is in it for Heretic, which is neither a musical nor a comedy.
oh wait, whoa.
Exactly.
Wait, what? Wait, did they break down the acting awards in
Yeah,
a musical or comedy?
exactly.
How in the
I
world
know.
is Heretic
He's
either
not
one
even
of those
comedic
things?
relief in that. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's a endless brutal nightmare.
Yes,
Yeah.
I actually think
yeah.
it's a great movie.
There you go.
But
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why
That's-
people don't take these award shows seriously
that's
for that kind of shit.
crazy. That is
Yeah.
a crazy categorization.
Why not give horror its own category?
Or
Well,
just
that's,
put it-
again,
make it a
that's
drama.
another genre that just
Horror-
hasn't never really gotten a lot of respect from.
Yeah.
the
I guess
horror.
you're right, but to me, horror is essentially drama. When they're like, I mean, a lot of them are just
Yeah.
campy, whatever. But like,
yeah, I get
But
it.
especially now, like in the sort of A24 era,
Absolutely,
right? Where
yeah.
where
I
these
think they
are
call it elevated.
these
horror.
are right. These are beautiful, artful films.
Yeah.
I
Like,
actually just said this the other day. The new It movie. That to me is like it's cracked the top 10 best movies. I think that's the best performances from a young person cast in the last.
I don't
know
have
how many
any
years.
pushback on that.
Yeah.
I remember really liking it, but not giving it that much thought until you brought up how much you loved it, and I had never seen it too. So I went back and rewatched the first one and watched the second one, and
Yeah,
they're
they're great.
phenomenal movies.
The performances are great. The writing is great. Yeah, and to me, it's like you would put that. It is funny in parts. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but that couldn't possibly be in musical or comedy.
That would
Yeah,
at least that one has a clown in it. You know what I mean? Like Heretic is like
Well done.
Dead,
You're correct. Yeah.
It's dead serious
Yeah.
horror.
Yeah.
No let up from start to finish.
Right. Very strange to
I
me.
guess that I'm trying to even like get inside their mind on this one. Like, is it because he's like sort of like bumbling and cute at first in the movie, but that doesn't.
So he's
count.
Hugh Grant
That
in the
doesn't-
beginning, and then he
well, that
becomes
kind of
somebody.
is what happens. He starts out as Hugh
Yeah.
Grant.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, no, that's indefensible. That
makes
doesn't
no
make any
sense.
sense.
And we're talking about silly. I'll say silly awards.
Yeah.
For these movies, you guys can't just add a category.
Yeah.
What's their integrity of the award show? that
or
we
just
can't, like, get ahead of?
do it like the Oscars.
Yeah,
and
show it
just
off
have
camera if
bet,
you-
or just have like best movie. I mean, I guess in a way, maybe it's an attempt in the right direction of
Yeah.
like let's give more respect to comedies and musicals. I guess.
Here's my take. Was it Forgetting Sarah Marshall up against Wicked is never going to win.
Right,
That's
right,
my
right,
issue
right, right.
is that musicals are their own thing.
I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
100%. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, actors on Broadway and the singing stuff is better than any singing you're going to see anywhere.
That's true.
Like they're just
They're
quality of voice and
phenomenal.
things like that. It's just better.
Just like
than-
pure in terms of just that and like opera, right? In
Right.
terms of like pure talent and
Yeah.
like not even necessarily saying the artistry of it, just like the oh my god, you're an incredible singer
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, Broadway is
the
about
stamina
as good as
of
gets.
it,
yeah.
the how often they do the show. Like it's crazy. Regardless
is
if you
crazy.
like musicals or not, it's like
yeah,
they're pretty wild
that's inarguable.
talent.
Like if you're saying they're not good singers, you don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
so you're going to compare
Yeah.
Bill Murray to
right.
like any of the top four Bill people in Wicked or Hamilton. Like, sorry, I just
Yeah, it's not
that doesn't
hard.
seem right. It doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem comparable in that way.
Right,
So,
right.
just, I don't know. Just throwing it out there. You guys have a favorite host in the past for any of these shows? I know we're a little behind on this, but it just popped
I
into my
liked
feed.
I know a lot of people didn't, but I liked the Ricky Gervais ones.
I was about
Yeah.
to say, yeah, he's.
I
always
enjoyed it
pretty
because
funny.
he was just like, "Fuck this." Like
Yeah.
he openly didn't take it seriously because it's not serious.
Yes.
Like kind of like we're kind of saying that a little bit, you know?
Yeah, and I like that he like roasted the crowd pretty
Yeah.
good, and they just kind of had to sit there and take it.
Yeah.
and- because there's so much pretension.
Yes.
In it in general, and don't get even the people who like do it right. It's still what it is, but here's the thing though, I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
I'm okay with
I
them
agree.
being
Well, I am
award
too.
shows and stuff.
But it's also funny how like it works for him, but then like Joe
Yeah.
Coy tries it and
Yeah.
Well, it's
It
just
does not
it's
go.
because with Ricky Gervais, it's genuine. I don't think
think
Joe
so?
Coy is like a I'm
He's
gonna
not a
roast
roast guy.
everybody type of guy. Ricky Gervais isn't, and he's aggressive.
You
He's
may
an
have
aggressive
actually
guy.
really kind of broke down why maybe he wasn't quite successful. I know we've talked a little bit about it, where it's like I don't think there was a level and sort of status, kind of a thing.
There's
but also,
that for
yeah,
sure.
he's not a bro.
That's just
guy.
not him.
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais he's aggressive in everything he does.
oh,
Yeah.
In fact, the least aggressive thing he ever did was probably The Office.
He was in The Office.
yeah.
The
you're
the
joking,
original.
right?
Oh, I was on Joe Coy. I was in my
Oh,
brain. For a
oh,
second.
Ricky
okay.
Gervais.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I'm
saying-
not always here, guys. I'm not always in what we're doing
That's becoming clear.
here on the Zoning Out podcast presented by the Comedy Zone.
That's
Leaning into
amazing
the-
transition.
Oh my god,
that
we're
was
here.
amazing.
That was kind of good.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
It threw me, but that's more on me probably.
Yeah, no,
honestly.
it definitely was. 'Cause
Yeah.
I called it immediately.
This is at Mr. Williams Comedy.
Mr. Williams Comedy, Jonathan Williams. That's me.
Yeah,
Jordan Century.
Jordan Century. Same handle as my actual name.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. You could do that. You could figure it out.
No, I couldn't.
No, he couldn't.
Jonathan Williams.
That's right.
What are you
No.
talking about?
You're right. Jason Allen King. Also, we're on full episodes are on YouTube now.
That's right.
I think it's Zoning Out Podcast.
I'm
I
so
believe.
excited about that.
Anyway,
It is.
I love that we have that.
Yeah, and y'all should definitely watch them. I think the Tiger Woods clip that we put up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's an
It's
interesting
great.
conversation.
It's a very interesting conversation. I agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree. Yeah, the Zoning Out Podcast on Instagram and YouTube. So
And we got
subscribe.
email, we got phone
And
number.
some
Reach
of
out.
us get super duper animated in a way that you'll see on screen. I'm not naming names
I think
of which
we
of
all
us
do,
absolutely.
depending on the topic.
Yeah.
We've all had our moments.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I
Yeah.
feel like yours are more frequent.
I'm just mostly screaming.
Yeah.
that's-
yeah, yours are more frequent, but we all get there.
Yeah, give it if you like or hate what we're saying 980-221-9293. We'll put you on the podcast here. So
So
let
I
us
was
know.
I was talking to someone. I don't know if they're really going to be interested in doing it, but I was talking to someone whose parent I met someone after a comedy show, and he was like, "Hey, my dad used to be a substitute teacher, and he got fired for punching a kid."
Nice.
And I mean, well,
Yes.
I'm not ready to dismiss Jordan just yet because the reason that he punched the kid is because the kid threw a desk at him.
See?
well,
And it's kind of
becomes
like
self-defense at some point,
yeah,
right?
but not from a school board perspective.
So no matter
I was gonna say,
what,
teachers are pretty hard. Like you're not supposed to engage under
Yeah,
pretty much any
and
circumstances.
to a degree, that's not. It is not fair. Like
Yeah.
it
so,
is.
So
it
at
is-
some point, a teacher's got to be like, all right, I don't really care enough about this job to not punch this little bastard out.
essentially,
Yeah.
or just you're in the moment. You're not thinking that.
I knew
clearly,
I didn't
but-
want to be a teacher. I knew it because I want to hit kids. I don't know.
and I mean,
all
you
seems
do on
crazy.
your off time.
That's. I mean, there's
Time, yeah.
there's
I
literally
shove 'em a
only
lot
two
anyway.
things. Well, now I think even maybe talking and saying anything now will get you fired soon. But outside of that, there's only two things you can't do. Can't hit him, can't fuck him. That's it.
Jesus.
You can't. You just gotta. Can't do either of those.
I,
That hit exactly how I
that's
knew
kind
it
of
would.
yeah. That's kind of those are the big ones.
Yeah, those are
the big
those
two.
are kind of it.
Right.
You can do
you avoid those two. You don't even have to teach them.
yeah.
kind of. Well,
It's,
and actually now I think you're legally we're getting to a point where you're actually legally required not to teach them.
Can't
I think
teach 'em.
actually
nice.
that's kind of where we're getting.
You just think, yeah, it's-
anything and everything is not. You can't.
the world's
say it.
changing, guys.
The world is changing.
So our teachers
and we
kinda
can, we can
like-
jump past it for now. If I'll get real animated.
Oh, I know.
If-
Are they basically turning teachers into like in class hall monitors? If you can't like teach the subjects, you're basically just having them watch kids.
I mean, there are situations in which teachers are essentially warm bodies. It happens.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the case for most teachers, as far as I can tell, are doing what they want to do and are taking it seriously. Like that's not always the case. Then there are people kind of like me who were like I was good at it and I cared about it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't happy.
You know,
Yeah.
I know what I've been wanting to ask you. Is there like a divide between public school teachers and private school teachers?
like amongst the teachers.
Yeah.
Do they look down on you guys?
I think.
yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Great question.
Maybe. I mean, I think there is a divide sort of philosophically. Like I just kind of have, I just have sort of ethical objections to anything that's not public school to a degree.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
not making that as a blanket statement,
Okay.
but I do think everything that's not public school sucks stuff away from public school. Specifically charter schools which actually receive public funding but are not supervised by the school system.
Oh no, that's not.
No,
fair.
charter schools are
They're
they're a problem.
charter
Yeah.
schools are the Notre Dame of the school system.
Go on.
I don't know where you're
No,
going
don't
with that.
have
Notre Dame
it-
isn't part of any conference. They literally aren't in any conference.
They were in the ACC.
They are not.
I
They
did
are
not know that.
When did that happen?
for many years. I don't know the exact number. 100% positive. That's not a up for debate.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's crazy.
That
It's
is
been like this for a
crazy.
very long time. The reason they can do that is because they're a very wealthy school and they've got
Yeah.
their support and their what do you call it? The people
Prestige.
their
Alumni.
alumni association is really, really strong. He's checking my math. I love this.
I just could have sworn. I believe you, but I just need to see it for myself.
That's very interesting. I did not know that.
Do you want me to check? Do you need help?
Nah, I don't-
No, I know in 2012 they joined the ACC.
Okay.
When did they? Let's see.
I'm actually a little surprised it was that recent.
Dude, they're on the ACC website.
They're not. I'm putting my mic down to
All right. I don't know enough to say who's right or wrong here, people. So I'm going to talk about something Notre Dame related.
I can't do this with one
I was
hand.
looking up Manti Te'o the other day.
Okay.
Do you remember Manti Te'o?
Yeah, football player or something.
Football player who thought he had a girlfriend who was.
Oh, I
actually-
do remember that. Yeah.
Because I was really surprised to hear like Notre Dame like making it to the finals. Because the last time I'd heard about them was about 10 years ago when Manti Te'o was
Yeah.
playing for them.
Wait, was he catfished?
Yes.
That's the guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Just for the record, no, Notre Dame football
Yep.
is not in a conference.
I got
It
it.
competes as one of 3 independents at the FBS level in college football.
So they were in the ACC, but they left. Damn, dude. And before that they were in something else, or maybe in nothing.
I actually thought it was longer ago than 2012. But anyway, yeah, so Manti Te'o got catfished
Yeah.
for like a while, right?
Yeah, I think for a minute, and
it's so
then
bad.
he was led to believe that that woman and his grandma died on the same day, and so he like dedicated the season to them.
No.
The same season that they made it to the finals, and then shortly after the finals was over, and I remember they lost that game. The news came out that he was catfished, and it wasn't actually a real. This girlfriend didn't actually exist.
All right, so here's a question.
I have so many questions.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
I did a little
Yeah.
bit of reading up, so
Okay.
This
do
is
it.
a bigger question, but it's about like, is being catfished easier than we think? You know what I mean? Like, are we at risk? Could we?
I would say-
You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have to be a little dumb?
You gotta
or
keep
like,
the time. Well, see, you gotta keep the time frame in mind. This was back in like 2013,
right?
right? So back then, a little more hard to believe, I would think, just because the idea of a catfish.
So you're saying it'd be easier now? It'd be
No,
easier
no.
to fall prey to it now?
no.
Or the opposite?
I was gonna say that. I'm like, I'm older than you guys by a few years, right? So to me, the idea of catfishing seems so bizarre because you never saw this person, talked to this person on the phone, you never did any of that. Like how?
And now there's AI.
Yeah, no, that
How?
seems questionable. But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, that's true.
You can have literal deep fake
Yeah.
videos.
Right.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But I don't know. I just like it wasn't such a known thing.
Yeah.
I think that kind of popularized it
okay.
to the mainstream.
Well, here's the other thing, because I'm with your question a little bit of it
Yeah.
being like, are these people
It
dumb?
seems
There's
like it'd
literally
be
a
really
TV
tough
show
for it to happen.
for people who got catfished, right? I have never seen the show.
Are
But there is a
these,
show.
I have
are
seen
these
the show. I've
people
seen the
shining
movie.
examples of intellect?
I've seen it.
or-
Well, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. But again, the show, I think even
I don't
the
wanna be
movie
a dick.
all
Like, these
came
are-
after.
No, come on.
Yeah.
What
What
are we
happened to
doing?
Manti Te'o for one. Two, my thing is I don't know if he's necessarily his intelligence level never really popped like in my mind that much.
That's the
I was
first question.
questioning. No, where I went to first was okay. No, I did question his intelligence. I did, but no, where I went to first is why.
Yeah.
You're like a star football player
Yeah, for
at
real,
Notre
right?
Dame.
Yeah.
No kidding. There's no shortage of willing participants.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It brings up other questions about him, if I'm being honest. Like, what is this someone who's just painfully shy? I don't care that he's a football player.
Yeah.
This is a guy who found it easier to establish a relationship with someone because you didn't have to be intimate.
Yeah.
You didn't have to get up close and personal. You that distance
Didn't want the attention.
didn't. He maybe that guy struggles with like social anxiety. He just
Right.
can't be around people unless he's like tackling.
Like all his friends.
This is me
It's
going
possible.
on a limb for this.
It's possible.
dude.
I think it's
Yeah.
possible that like I could see like all his teammates being like, dude, all 4 of those women were gonna sleep with you at the same time.
Yeah.
And you were too weird to let them like.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can
maybe,
see that as
but I
possible.
think
I don't know.
especially with like football players at that level, all of them go through like a sense of media training. Like if
Yeah.
he was just really that
True.
like I guess crippled for lack of a better word socially, I feel like we would have seen that in like interviews.
Yeah,
I've
you're
seen
right.
like a couple of his post games. He seemed like he was
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
had
that's
no
really.
problem talking.
I just do have to wonder that if there just are if it's easier than we think for it to happen, Because there's lots of things where we think that can never happen to me, and then they do.
Oh no! Now
know what
the
I mean?
one that just can't happen recently is hilarious. Did y'all hear about the one that got catfished by who she thought was Brad Pitt?
Yeah. Oh wait, I did hear something about
But did
this.
you see the
this
photos?
makes me
No.
sad.
Jesse, can you please
I
look it
feel
up?
sad.
Jonathan, when you see these photos, oh no! Now I will say I feel bad for her because she lost like hundreds of thousands of dollars. She really, her checking account got destroyed. But when you see these photos,
no.
Jonathan, I'm telling you,
Of just like who was supposedly. This is pictures of.
It's
who was
essentially
supposedly
Photoshop.
Brad Pitt.
yes, it's like somebody photoshopped Brad Pitt's
Oh, this
face.
makes me so sad.
And so
Oh my
maybe
God.
AI was used in that situation, but if you couldn't tell that was AI, like come
Also,
on.
just Brad Pitt's not. Come on, like he's not. He's not out here trying to meet people online.
yeah,
Well,
nah.
that's number one.
Yeah, that's number one.
So she looks like Brad Pitt's rep reacts after woman is conned out of $850,000
No.
in
Yeah.
alleged catfishing.
Hopefully,
scheme.
she's extraordinarily wealthy to
I
the point
would-
where that.
I would think so.
if you're giving that much money away, you probably got a lot of money. But still, like that's. I mean, even just that amount is a ton of money. But
yeah.
oh, that
That's
just makes me
insane.
so sad. It's
so
kind of funny too, but it's like.
saying she gave away almost all her life savings to
No.
a person pretending to be
okay,
Brad
nah, I don't
online.
like that anymore. That's bad.
Oh,
That
this is
the whole life
brutal.
savings. But dude, I'm telling you,
How she
I,
get-
yeah, I want to see these pictures.
Although I gotta say, how'd she get all that money? You know what I mean? Like
I
the
mean-
getting that much money compared to the thing that maybe inherited. Maybe I don't.
well, okay, let's.
even still, I don't have a problem with people inheriting money.
No, me neither. I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to
okay,
think.
so
like,
I would have
all
to
right,
question her age for one.
52,
right?
I think it said.
Okay, think about it. To comfortably retire, I feel like a lot of people are probably shooting for
I'd
a
say
mil.
At least a mil, yeah.
Yeah.
But she's
So have
52. She's doing pretty good.
She's doing pretty good to have
Yeah.
that saved up so far.
And she's maybe
So she's
maybe
probably
a
had,
little
like,
maybe
a-
a little lonely. I would
Yeah.
guess if this happens to you, maybe
I mean,
you know.
But I bring that up to say, like, I don't think she was doing anything nefarious necessarily. Like, I feel like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
850,000.
Yeah,
is
I
probably
wasn't even
legit.
necessarily suggesting that. I was just kind of but kind of what it was based on was
Is it
something
this?
that I also know to be false, which is like
Those.
what is
Look at those. Look at those photos.
Oh no!
yeah, that's
Come
not,
on, man.
That's not Brad. It's
Wait,
not
that,
Bradley.
That one.
No, that's
Yeah, that's
Brad.
Brad.
But like, come, you know that's
Why
not
does
a
Oh,
real
no,
photo.
it says not Brad,
No,
actually.
that's a good
That's
one.
actually pretty good. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. I thought that was Brad.
That one's terrible. That looks like Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, look at that. That was my favorite one right there. The top left.
This one.
Yeah,
Let's see.
that's insane.
It's not. Yeah. Oh man.
I mean, it's more just the concept. It's just like
Why
Why would
is
you-
Brad
how could you possibly
online?
believe
Yeah,
that?
it's pretty rough, man. I don't know. I'm with you. This is the same thing.
But you just gotta wonder how this happens so much. Not like all these people can't be morons. You know what I
Right.
mean? They can't all be stupid idiots.
Right.
Yeah.
How about let's put it in let's frame it like this too, right? So and I don't mean this to be a political debate, but you've got 50% of the country, 50% of the country
Right.
split right down the middle
Right.
to some of us, someone who just is every red flag in the world goes up, and yet some people are way on board. I'm not here to talk shit on them, but I
Yeah.
just mean
They can't all
they
be
can't
morons.
all-
Yeah.
They're not all morons.
Yeah.
I know people who are, but still,
But it is just like,
it feels
how-
like duped. They got
How?
duped.
How? Yeah.
It's so weird.
That's every day. I'm just like, how do you think this guy was the
But so these
But yes,
people,
it's similar.
similar, right?
Yeah.
These people, how do you never have a conversation, or even if you do have a conversation, like I don't believe you guys half the time, and you're my friend.
Yeah.
Honestly, you say some shit, I'm like, oh, you
Like-
just checked my math 3 minutes ago.
I did not
You're
believe
like, you're
you.
full of
Well,
shit.
I
I don't
mean-
believe it got it.
Well, I mean, I believed you, but I wanted. But yeah, point
and to be
taken.
fair, Jonathan doesn't believe in himself.
That's a good point.
you don't.
So,
It's a
You
good
know, you
point.
should work. We wanted to talk to you about that.
What?
Believe in yourself. You can do it, John.
Oh, come on, that ship has sailed.
Okay. Question. If there was a 59-year-old woman out in the world
I'm
Oh, boy.
listening.
that has $10 million,
Okay.
would you consider catfishing her out of
if I saw sort of like a path
You
to it
saw an
somehow.
angle, and you said, "This is why I guess
Oh,
maybe it's a would
God.
you rather," but I don't know what the other
Yeah.
option is. But you are committed.
Would you
set
or
the
would you
line.
not
Yeah.
do something
Yeah.
kind of fucked up if you knew you could get away with it and make money? It would definitely hurt someone,
It would hurt someone
but she would-
emotionally, financially,
but she
not
would
so much.
still like presumably have, even if you really took, she would have at least $5 million. Even if you like, kind of that.
Okay,
kind of
you
thing.
know what's
Get
funny?
to a number.
I capped you at under $1 million. You're the one that jumped it up to $5
Oh,
million.
okay, whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's kind of all academic at this point, I think. So basically, like, I know I see a path to it somehow or other. I know I can get away with it.
Yeah.
I don't think I could bring myself to do it, but I'd be thinking about it.
Here's my take. I think people do it all the time.
Yeah.
I think people do it all the
Okay.
time.
Probably right.
Here's the thing. I am of
We
the
probably
belief.
do we all know people who have catfished someone out of, like, do all of us know at least one person, you think, who had one person who has been catfished and one person who has catfished? I bet all three of us know
interesting.
I
one.
might have to think on it.
I can't.
No, I don't even
honestly.
necessarily like know if we can think of who they are.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking statistically.
yeah.
Oh yeah, probably.
You think so?
That's
Probably.
fair.
I
Yeah,
would have
maybe.
I would have never been like, yeah, probably, until we've had this conversation.
It's still. I am. As again, I feel like it's generational, but the more I'm reading, it's probably my generation who are the ones duped more.
Oh yeah, no, I believe that.
Which I find to be so strange because to me, I feel like we would be much more, what's the word, like tactile in our interactions with people. You know what I
Tactical?
mean?
Really?
Tactile. Like I got to see you and
Oh,
talk to
wanting
you,
to actually-
not do shit online.
So here's one thing that does make sense for it being not necessarily your generation specifically, but just like people who are older than 40 is not that you're
easy.
26.
That's
I
right.
know that,
There
but like at you get to a certain point and maybe some people start feeling a little lonely. And
Yeah.
so
Of course,
and that tips their hand. Like they are lonely, so they want to believe it more.
yeah.
So
I'm
they're
pretty
more
sure in the Golden Girls, every other episode was about someone trying to get their money. I'm pretty sure that's actually a thing.
I can
God,
believe
if I could for sure get away, I don't think I could. I don't think I
Okay.
could do it. But I would definitely give it some thought. I'll just be on. I'm going to be honest about that.
I mean,
would
taking
think of it.
someone's money is a lot.
That's pretty messed up,
Yeah.
dude. I don't think I could do it.
Okay.
And okay, actually, if we throw this into the mix, if I knew for a fact that person was the worst,
She was a bad person.
was like
Okay.
terrible.
Okay.
I knew I could get away with it.
This
I
is
knew
interesting.
they would still have plenty of money left.
okay.
And I knew that they were a horrific human
Yeah.
being. Yeah, I think I do it. I think we do it.
Okay.
I love this.
I think
That's a great.
I think
great
mine is wrong. I also think certain people deserve to be lied to.
That's tough to reconcile, man. I don't think lying's always wrong.
I think okay, that was a blanket statement. Like,
Okay.
yeah, there are
Yeah.
circumstances.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
fair.
like in general. But also, if you are so okay.
You think conning someone is wrong is sort of
Okay,
your starting
I guess
point.
the
Is that
like,
right?
like,
Yeah.
like take the con thing off of it, or maybe if you want to count this as a con, did I tell you about like the time someone thought I was a baseball player?
No, I don't
All
think
right.
so.
I was still living in Winston Salem, and I went to the minor league team, shout out Winston Salem Dash, and so I bought like one of the jerseys,
Right.
Because it was like retro night, so they had one of the throwback like.
Yeah, you
Winston
love
Salem.
sport cosplay.
Yeah. Okay.
Think about it. That's what that is.
All right, fair, fine.
correct.
So I wore the jersey out to the bar after the game, and
Right.
so I was like sitting by this woman at the
You
bar.
did tell me about that.
Yeah, and
Keep
she,
going, though.
as we were talking, she was like, "Oh, do you play for the team?"
You're like, why the fuck would I be wearing my jersey?
my own clean jersey.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
so in that situation, yeah, no, I do play for the team.
Did you go with it?
Yes,
That's awesome.
I told her I would
That's
give her
great.
tickets to the game because that's
But
such
for
a
what?
stupid question for her number. What do you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you get her number?
Yes.
Did you see her again?
Well, no, because it turns out she gave me her little sister's number, but then she also passed on the baseball
what-
story.
Wait, so she was trying to
So she
hook,
gave me a fake number.
she was trying to hook you, minor league baseball player who wears his own jersey to a bar, up with her sister.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a broken person.
I'm going to say family. I think that family's in trouble, if I'm honest. Okay. Wow. That's
In that
crazy.
situation, okay, come on, that was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
oh,
Why
no,
not?
I'm having fun.
No,
with
I
that.
don't have any problem with you doing that. My uncle he used to run marathons, and he has this. This is important. He has like a gap in his teeth, like a pretty significant gap in his teeth.
Okay.
And he used to run marathons, and he's also like he's done well for himself.
Yeah.
And he's like a CEO. It's like one of those CEOs what they bring in when a company's in trouble, like
Wartime CEO.
Yeah, exactly.
nice.
I didn't know there was a
Consigliere.
term, but that.
It's a consigliere. Yeah.
So
Nothing.
so he was. I don't. You
I
just
didn't
you went over
get
my
it.
head.
Yeah, you went
actually,
over my head, too. I
congratulations.
didn't get that
But so he was at this marathon, and he had like a car like coming to pick him up, or a limo, like something that clearly looks like someone with money.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow or other, somebody or a group of somebodies or whatever, they thought he was Elton John, because Elton John was in town wherever it was.
Okay.
He was in town for a concert.
Wow.
And he totally went along with
Nice.
it. He like signed autographs.
I like it.
He,
I'm
this
with
guy,
it, yeah.
I should admit, shout out to Uncle Rick. He's a funny dude.
Yeah,
He's
that's
hilarious.
That's
he's a
very
lot
funny.
of fun, and he like totally rolled with it. He signed
Yeah.
autographs. He like talked to people. All this. I guess I didn't think about this, but I guess he put on an accent.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
That's kind of great.
It is. Yeah, play. I mean, it's a story.
it's
At the very
who
least.
you hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I think that's what it comes down to, right? Who you hurting?
Yeah,
like
it's
you
har-
didn't
that's
hurt that
totally
girl. You
harmless.
weren't. I mean, if she gave you the number,
Yeah.
maybe.
But
it
still,
would have broke
like-
her heart. But
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I
If
think
it
we're
was even
good.
her number. Yeah, I think it was fine. I think we're even. Actually.
that's funny. The deceit is a little much. Exaggerating things is one thing. Just straight up deceit doesn't feel that.
You mean
great.
like when you start? Is it a matter of like you starting the lie? You know what I mean? Because both
Right.
of these situations, both my uncle and you,
was a presumption.
you were presented
Yeah.
with a fun lie.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It was handed to you.
Yeah.
But then like you didn't go in there like some weirdo wearing a jersey like I'm gonna tell people that
Yeah, that
I'm
was
the team.
disgusting. Yeah, that's nasty. Yeah, okay, yeah. And then when you explain it that way, yeah,
Yeah.
there is a clear difference.
I don't get mistaken for people, though. That's the only thing.
I don't either.
I will say, but this is actually real. Danny DeVito did accept my friend on Facebook. So.
Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
I said a message or whatever, and he said, and he was like, "Hey, man."
Did you
And
like
just,
say
send-
something about like what'd you say?
Yeah, it's like it's like, hey, I'm a short comic. I thought obviously I'd
like solidarity kinda?
I've loved your career. Thanks for doing it. No need to respond.
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
He friended back, said, "Hey, man," and that was about it.
That's freaking great.
Yeah.
Do you know that was actually Danny DeVito?
No, I've no idea.
You got catfish.
Catfish. But I do know his account because he's got that troll foot account. You guys know anything about that? It's actually hysterical. Yeah, he's got this troll foot. It's just he literally wherever he goes, he takes a picture of his feet like he's a hobbit, and it's just
So
it's
he
a troll
just
foot.
is Frank
It's
from
yeah.
It's Always Sunny.
It's like whale facts. It's just like this
Just
weird thing. that
why
he has.
not?
And
Yeah.
he's been on shows talked about it. So I think maybe, but either way, I don't give a shit. I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So I got catfished by Danny DeVito's cousin who runs his Facebook account.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah.
Either it's a good story either way, or it's a fun fact. Good story is strong because it was very short.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not a great
but
story.
It's,
But it happened.
it's a cool fact.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, can I tell you guys about the thing about my jacket?
Yeah,
It's
Please
very
do.
it's another very short story, but just kind of crazy. So I have gotten
It better be crazy.
I've gotten like multiple like compliments on this thing. People love this jacket.
Oh,
John
yes.
Reap loved the jacket. Everyone loves the jacket.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude after the show at Patty's Pub in Fayetteville, great show. Shout out to Patty's.
Mm-hmm.
This dude offered me $400 for it.
Holy
Really?
shit.
Yeah, man. And I was just so thrown by it. Like maybe I should have done it, but I was just so like thrown. I was just like, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
just like so, but he was dead. And he was like a big guy. Like this
Yeah.
would not fit him.
Uh-huh.
Really?
He wanted it just purely as like a
Have you done
collector's
any
item.
research?
I need to.
Yeah.
Yes, I would look into that
because
jacket ASAP.
I was thinking that
Because
too.
and what I thought about later is I was like, this is a little bit of like a logical fallacy, I think. But I was thinking like I paid $50 for it, right? Just let me have this.
No. I'm gonna let you land. I thought you're not going. Whatever you think I just laughed at, that's not
Okay, fair enough.
I promise you.
I would love to hear about it later.
Me too. I want to hear. about it.
So I paid $50 for this thing, right? So I'd be making $350, and so I
That's
do have to
math.
think to myself. Well, it's a setup. That's not,
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I do have to think to myself, like, would I have paid $350 for this jacket? I wouldn't have.
Right.
So in a way, so it's kind of like, maybe I just should do it. But the reason that becomes a bit of a fallacy is that your relationship to a thing changes once it's yours.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
agree.
mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Well, I
so
also have thoughts about things like this, and this is a real thought that I have, and that is, how many coats are you going to own in your life? There's a finite number.
Okay.
Let's imagine, let's say as an adult, 18 on.
Yeah.
How many are you going to own? What are you going to have? How many coats do you own at any one time? How long do you have those coats? Let's say you own 4 coats for
I love this. I have
Okay.
no idea where you're going with it,
I'm
but I
just
love
saying.
it.
So suddenly those decisions become kind of big.
Yeah.
What are you going to own? 50 coats in your life? That's one of your best. That's one of your best.
This is
You're kinda
pretty
right.
Top
It's a
50.
pretty baller jacket.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's like I think about that with shoes all the time. I'm like, I only have so many shoes I'm going to own, so the ones that I pick are significant.
That's
Yeah.
kind of a
I'm
great
actually
point.
with you.
Actually.
It's kind of makes life short, I think, a little bit.
Oh,
but,
dude,
you know.
any thoughts like
Yeah.
that are terrifying because
Yeah.
I was like, somebody was telling me, like, what was it? God. Oh, it was because I got in like a million car accidents. So my insurance is like cartoonishly high now.
Yeah, right.
And I was talking to someone, they're like, well, after 3-4 years, like they stop tracking it or like it stops being
Yeah.
relevant or whatever.
right, yeah.
And I was like, cool. Like I'll be 40. Like great. You know what I mean? Just like,
You're like, that happened fast.
Yeah,
Suddenly now
stuff
I'm
like
40.
that
Yeah.
where it's like, just don't worry, just a couple years. I'm like, a couple years I'm different. Like, and I'll get those years back.
Yeah.
So I just need to not think about how much my
Yeah.
car insurance is because
Yeah.
then I'm like trying to make time go faster in my brain. Does that make sense?
It does, because I hate those things where it's like, you know how much time you're going to spend on the bathroom? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no.
You're
Oh,
like,
yeah, I hate
it's going to
that.
be
I don't wanna know about
4,820. It's like,
Also-
God.
also-
I'm trying to decompress.
For that yeah, for that
Dude.
specifically, time in the bathroom is fucking great. So,
Yeah.
I know that was a random example, but
was.
that one I'm not. Whatever number you throw at me, I'm like, that's awesome. That's good. I'm glad I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things that, I don't know.
No,
the
that
clothes and
I
your
hate that stuff, dude.
But your stuff to me has a little bit more emotion.
Yeah,
to it,
once
like
you have
said.
it,
Yeah.
like, and people like compliment it a lot,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
I just like how it look. Like I do have
Where
I,
you got it, who you got it with.
Yes,
It's a story. Yep.
yes,
See
I
that?
did. My friends.
Yeah.
My
We
friends
we
here
had
in
to
this
push you
room.
to do it too. You
I
were
was
not-
not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not sure I could rock it.
Yeah.
But we all agree now that I rocked the fuck out of it.
Good job. Okay. Now.
Well, I was going to say, do we want to take a break?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
might
we'll take
need
a
to
break.
do
Yeah,
that.
let's take a little break.
Hold that thought. Everybody, we'll be right back. This is the Zoning Out podcast presented by the Comedy Zone.
Jonathan, I've done a little research.
Doing research, okay, on the jacket.
I think you should have sold that. Yeah, it's still recording.
Yeah,
I just kept it going.
I should have sold it.
Because I found a black one that's on sale for $99.
Oh, yeah, that's child's play.
The black one is child's play?
$99.
It even has like the Ford.
No, I just mean the $99 is child's play.
Oh. But apparently, yeah, that's like a Ford jacket.
The Ford Cobra. That's kind of what
I didn't
figured.
realize that's what
I
that
didn't
was.
know that, but that was some. I can't remember whether I came to that conclusion or someone pointed it out to me. But
That's like a Mustang.
yeah, yeah.
You know, my dad has one.
Really?
I'm supposed to
So how much is he gonna pay? Does he want to put in a bid?
if I ever get that Cobra.
No, that was the other. That was one person commented on one of my videos where I was wearing this, and they said like that their uncle or dad or some relation was a drag racer in the 70s, and she said she has 2 of them, like 2 different. I think
Yeah.
one was black, one was blue, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So I'm looking at them now on eBay, and there's a
They range
good range. Yeah.
probably based on condition
Yeah.
or just people knowing or not knowing what they have on their
So I
hands.
was actually. Oh wait, hold on.
We seen.
My dad also used to.
The white one?
Yours has a stripe,
drag race
right? Yeah, this
his
is yours,
car.
right?
Yeah, $60.
Oh yeah, and this is a medium. Yeah, dude, you could have came up.
Yeah.
You gotta see if you can, because you got that's a medium right now.
I have his Instagram.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm just in case, I'm gonna text you this link.
Yeah.
And you can double back and get this.
Can we not put this part in?
No, we're not. We're not.
What? Yeah, this is in.
Well, I don't want.
You don't want the guy to
what
find
if this
out.
dude? It's an off chance.
Oh,
but if the dude is like,
interesting.
The dude
Isn't
is like, this guy ripped
deceptive?
me off.
Isn't this
Deceptive?
deceptive?
Although it was a deception handed to me. If we're going by that, he presented. I wasn't like 400. He was like, I'll give you $400. There's actually that I didn't do shit.
I mean, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But you, with that knowledge now it
You know
becomes
now.
deceptive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you double back now, it's deceptive.
Now it's deception. No. But however, I'm kind
I
of on
don't
board
know,
with
man.
this. This guy brought new value to it.
Yeah.
This guy
Yeah.
brought value to it. Just because that's at 60, that we don't
That's a
know
great
if
point.
that thing is. That guy made.
He cares.
He
about
cares.
it,
So you
'cause he's-
believe in free market?
Well, he's a that does kind of put me off a little bit, to be honest. I'm price gouging. God damn it. Yeah, but it's I'm
price
just
gouging.
some guy price gouging.
Okay,
I'm not a
all right.
massive corporate. I'm totally just
Yeah, you're doing your best.
rationalizing
Yeah, you
right now. And I'm also not committing to not doing it. So
Yeah.
but I do feel shittier now that you drew that analogy. 100%.
All right, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, you haven't figured it out. We're back. This is
We're
the
back.
Zoning Out podcast presented by the Comedy Zone.
back.
And we did a little research on Jonathan's jacket.
Found out it is.
Found out. Well, you heard.
Yeah.
But here's what I was thinking before the break, because we all saw what Elon did on TV, and a lot of people recognize
Yeah, let's talk about that.
signal.
Yeah, he did the Nazi salute.
Yes.
I'm not going to not say it.
But it also made me think there's probably like a lot of regalia or whatever that we don't necessarily recognize off rip, right?
Like Nazi memorabilia.
Or
type
yeah,
shit.
or something like that, or maybe like little like mini gangs that are adjacent to a
Right.
certain cause or whatever. So my fear was when I look up this Cobra jacket.
it was gonna be some like white supremacist
And that's
shit.
what I tell Jonathan.
Yeah.
We got you on camera.
Then here's what I would have done. I would have automatically concluded that guy is a white supremacist, and therefore I will take his money. That's what I would have done
Wow.
immediately.
Because also that jacket represented something shitty.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I'll give it to that guy.
You're like, no, I'm keeping the racist jacket
Yeah.
to hurt the racist.
I do. I
guy's
mean,
feelings.
I did like. It's this American flag on
Yeah.
the shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, did give me pause.
Nah,
a little
I
bit.
remember that,
And
yeah.
it's crazy that we're at a point where just even our flag is like makes me feel a
Nationalism.
certain way.
Nationalism.
But we're there.
Yeah.
I don't love that there's an American flag on there.
No, because I hear what you're saying. It's more so it's like not the flag itself, but usually people that wear the flag.
Yes.
Yeah.
On their clothing. It
yeah.
If I
signals.
if I see a flag on someone's house, I'm like, nope.
Yeah,
Which
I'm
is
not.
really
I'm not
bad.
quite there,
It's-
but
No, well, yeah, not
Well, no,
that's
it's
not
pretty
the house.
ubiquitous.
Well,
Yes.
I'm not like jumping to that conclusion, but I am my antennas
it's
up.
ticked up a
Yeah.
one notch.
Yeah.
I guess I'll probably give you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's any other kind of American flag,
Yeah, any other context,
like
yeah.
it's way up there.
Yeah.
Like if it's black and white and there's
these
like,
colors
you
don't
know,
bleed or
God.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yes.
don't tread on me, American
Don't
flag.
tread on
tell you
me.
how-
Thin blue line.
Yeah.
When I was in Georgia and I was doing the Black Power Rangers tour, this guy had like one of those signs outside of his house.
Oh, God.
I'm not even joking. It said Ultra MAGA.
Good Lord, dude.
My God.
Good Lord.
Wow.
MAGA is inherently ultra.
It was so
You're already
crazy.
ultra.
Ultra
Oh
MAGA.
my, MAGA cherry flavored is what's
It was-
next.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what's
I think it was like black and red, actually.
MAGA Magnum.
Oh, they wish.
Somebody,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
they're trying to say for
Right.
sure.
Ultra.
MAGA num.
Let's see if I have it.
Dude,
But-
terrible.
that is.
But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up before we get to the games because that's where my mind was.
I hope that
going.
you
I
did
also
not
do-
tell this guy the name of your door.
I think us
No,
having
no.
yeah, right. Us
Just for
having
your own
microphones
safety.
is like is a big deal. I do want to kind of like say that Elon Musk thing was the biggest bunch of bullshit that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that salute.
He is an actual Nazi.
He did it, and then he turned around and did it again to the people in the back.
and you know what he has not? Sorry, go
And
on, I'll let you
everybody
finish.
every picture they want to show where Kamala and everybody else has their arm out, like,
No.
show me the video, you
see
piece of shit.
And I've seen. Have you seen the videos? They're all just them, like just
Oh,
doing
yeah, of
normal
course.
shit. It's a freeze
Yeah.
frame.
So just with a microphone, I just want to like
Yes.
kind of put that out
Let's
there.
just-
Like, come on, man.
Quit
Quit fucking
We're
around.
nobody, but still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
still. And
Not
here's,
okay.
Here's
Just
the
not
thing.
okay.
This dude, when people started criticizing him, which wow, shocker. But what he said on his Twitter or whatever, I'm calling it Twitter, is like comparing people to Nazis is so tired. That's what he said.
Yeah,
You know what he did not say?
that wasn't.
That was not a
It wasn't
Nazi
happening.
salute.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
At no time has
Sure.
he denied it.
Yeah.
At no time.
Guy sucks across the board. He's just the worst.
it's
I love.
happening.
There's this great thing, and not to start sort of quoting shit that I see on social media because I don't. It's all kind of I hate it, but they're like, yeah, where's all the hospitals named after Elon Musk? Where's all of the libraries? Where's
Exactly.
all this other shit that he donated
Exactly.
money to make it this and that? And like they may be out there, but no one's talking about them.
Yeah,
I don't know
for
where
sure.
they're at. I don't know where's the thing. Show me this guy's taxes where it shows how much money he gave to everybody.
Yeah.
Because I never hear about
Oh, I
that shit.
guarantee it's not. Yeah. I mean, I don't guarantee, but I have a hunch.
Got a hunch.
Pretty confident.
Yeah.
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 Pretty confident.
Yeah. We can sort of slide over this because we're gonna play some games, right? Because
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. Have you guys seen the Wicked movie?
No,
No, I want to, but I have not.
You're familiar with Wicked?
I am familiar loosely with. The
You guys
story.
might roll
The
your eyes at
general
this.
premise, sure.
So it's essentially happens. It
I am
starts
familiar
a-
with Wicked.com
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah, we covered that.
Well, I finally did watch the movie. I think I might have
You watched
mentioned it last week.
Wicked.com?
I watched Wicked, the actual movie, and it happens like before the Wizard of Oz,
Right.
and then during and after the
Oh.
Wizard of Oz. That's
Oh, wow.
actually the
okay.
story.
I didn't know
of
it had
that.
that much sweep.
So in this new movie, no little people were hired for the movie in any way. No,
They keep doing that. huh?
absolutely no little people.
They keep doing that.
So in the movie, people from Munchkinland, they're just curly red-haired people.
So it's not. So they're
Okay.
not
Yeah.
doing like in Wonka, where
Hugh Grant
Hugh
plays-
Grant was a digitally
Yes.
short. So it's not that.
No.
but it is just totally
Totally disregarding the fact
Yeah.
that those people
I mean-
existed and they were like little people.
erasure.
Wow.
Is what that
Yeah.
essentially. Like,
Yeah.
am I using that word right? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
But
yet,
it is.
actually.
But it is not cool.
Not a little person, but I'm a very short person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who gets that kind of work,
Right.
but doesn't get any of that work anymore.
That is so
Why
bizarre,
is
dude.
that, though?
It's
I
so
love-
bizarre.
Because they don't want to offend little people, so they tell. So
they
take
don't
their-
give work
so
to
they
little
don't give
people.
work to them. Isn't that they won't give regular roles to little people
Right.
because that would be a choice, but they took them all out of the movie.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, and I know he gets. I actually love Peter Dinklage. I think he's great. He's been a little bit vocal about just those roles going to little people
Sure.
and not getting other roles or whatever.
sure.
He's the only one hired
He's
on
the
the
only
movie.
Yeah.
And he's a voice actor.
Yeah.
He's plays the voice of a goat.
And there's always
That's bad.
when he is in movies, there's always a bit associated with it. Him.
I mean, Game of Thrones was like pretty.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
I was
true.
about to say,
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah, you're right.
But I get it. So anyway,
Like him and Elf, for example.
right?
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Like
yeah, you can't kind of live in both. Can't have a
Yeah.
foot in both arguments.
Yeah.
Peter. But again, I haven't really just dissected that or whatever. Some people got worked up about it for him or whatever. I just find that to be completely messed up.
yeah.
How do you take work from all these people?
Yeah.
Don't hire them for other things. Don't like. It's crazy to me.
Here's what I'll just admit. I can see myself totally having the
being offended on behalf of them? Sure.
my like sort of liberal knee jerk reaction.
Yeah.
I could see myself seeing it that way. I'm glad that you're bringing it up this way.
You're saying you could
because-
see like little people being in the film and being offended on their behalf.
Yeah, kinda maybe. And maybe being like,
As opposed to it being just a normal, like
but,
hobbits.
No,
or
but
just
what
a
I'm
normal
saying, what I'm
thing
saying is like
in the canon.
I'm wrong.
You'd be wrong, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
and but I see how brains get there, especially when I'll confess I'm pretty conditioned leftward.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, being
And-
conditioned that way because so many people have been oppressed or taken advantage of is fine.
Right.
Let's
Yeah.
not.
yeah,
let's
yeah,
not
and
overstate
I'm not
it. Yeah.
actually like
Yeah.
saying that's a bad thing, but yeah, that is like, yeah, that's not how you solve that.
And here's the thing. Go ahead. What were you
No,
gonna
I
say?
was just gonna say. See, that's where I feel myself kind of conflicted because my thought has kind of been, if they are consenting adults and they're paid to
who
play
cares?
this role, then who are we to get offended?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think I would be wrong the way that I might accidentally see it. I think this is
Well, they changed
yeah.
the canon. Literally, the canon of Wizard of Oz is Munchkinland is small
right
people.
Exactly. So
So
they're
they-
literally
they
changing.
just wrote them out
that's
of the
what I'm saying.
canon.
In that regard in
Like-
particular,
Yeah,
you
that one
absolutely
is
should.
that one's specific, particularly egregious.
But I bring my example up in particular because, especially, you come from the hip hop world. There was a lot of misogyny in some of those like earlier music videos, right?
Right.
Especially there's one pretty infamous called "Tip Drill" that Nelly, ironic, he would come up in this conversation now. You would just have to see it, but it was
haven't-
like
yeah, I
it
don't know
was
the
pretty
video.
like raunchy for the time, and so he got a lot of pushback
That
for
would've
like
been
objectifying
early
women.
2000s?
Yeah, probably like 03,
Yeah.
04, and he got a lot of pushback for like objectifying women, but like women were paid, I'm assuming,
yeah.
to be in the video and like dance
Let's
and
hope.
do the things, right? So it's kind of like
I do feel like it's different though. I don't think it's the same what you're saying.
it's not the same to your example
Yeah,
because
okay,
they literally took. That's what I'm saying. Your example, 100%, you're justified. Outside of that, I was kind of wondering because, like, on one hand, yes, these are adults; they were paid, but I do see the
Still the
objectification.
message that it sends, or the
Well,
whatever.
true, but then why is all the ire on just Nelly?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the answer is really, but
Unless he's like making all the decisions, there
Yeah.
might be something to that.
Yeah, that is weird because it's not like he's the only one. I mean, I haven't seen the video, but it's not like he's the only one doing that. And it's also not like rap is the only thing doing that too.
well, no, of course not.
But of course,
it's the most.
But it's
track
it's
for it.
focused on because it's black.
Yeah.
Like,
And also in the movie, just I'm kind of in it with you guys.
Yeah,
but
no
also one of the main characters in a wheelchair. That movie has gay and trans people in it. It's like one of
Right.
the big things that so they're pushing for everything. They're
Except-
making they're all different sort of colors and creeds
and the whole thing is
in
about
the
how
movie.
she's discriminated
That's
against
right
for being
because
green.
for her
Right,
color, whatever.
yeah.
So yet again, I'm throwing fucking Shrek into this shit.
Yeah.
The only thing that is not acceptable is being short.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. This is yet again another example. I'm getting pretty pissed about this shit,
Yeah.
man.
That's legit,
Yeah.
man. And it's
You made a
and
face when I said Shrek. You know my take on Shrek?
I don't think I'm familiar.
In the movie
First
Shrek,
of all, it's a boring, dumb movie.
correct.
Okay.
By the way, I just did this for the first time. I just brought this up on stage for the first
Oh,
time.
yeah?
So I'm working on a bit about it. Yeah. So in Shrek, if you remember, it's the whole thing is about beauties on the inside.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
You can be an ogre on the outside if you're a good person, right? Like
Right,
that's the idea.
right,
Accept
right.
people for how they look, except short people.
Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad gets lambasted the whole movie because he's short. They make fun of him. Everyone makes fun of him the whole movie. He is a piece of shit. He kicks people out of their homes. He destroys
But
the
that's not what they
gingerbread
make fun of
man.
him
They
for.
don't make fun of him for
Yeah.
being a bad guy at all. They
Yeah.
only make fun of him for being short.
It's crazy.
Wow. Okay.
My
I didn't-
and in every my daughter was in
Yeah.
Shrek. She was delightful. She was amazing. I can dislike. This,
I'll
dislike
allow
the
it for
whatever,
her, for
but
her.
yeah, she was great. She was Teen Fiona, and she's a fucking star.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but we talked about this, but you know how every stage adaptation, at least handles Lord Farquaad.
Yeah. Oh, it's a kid on his
on the
knees.
knees.
Kid
Yeah.
on his knees.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Yep.
Well, I mean, look at Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge.
Well, okay. Well, wait a minute though, because he's supposed to be playing that's the whole thing. That's what the character was made around. So isn't that?
being real short.
Well, no, but it's more just the thing on their knees is a practical thing, but then they make a joke out of it. But it's more just that's part of the bit of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay. Yeah.
They
No,
could have
I-
just not made fun of the guy for being
Yeah,
short.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's more the thing itself. That was more the thing. The fact that they do that on stage is more a symptom rather than
Okay. Yeah. No, I hear you. Okay.
So we know Moulin Rouge, right? And I'm forgetting. his name.
Yeah, but I'm not
Vaguely
remembering.
remember it. Yeah.
Oh, is he like the MC of the?
What's his name? Hang on. John Leguizamo plays Toulouse.
Right, and he's like the MC, the like.
Well, he's a main character in the movie.
Right, but
Right,
but
but-
of the place, isn't that his?
He's from in the real story of Toulouse. He was a huge player in the
Okay, so I'm
bohemian
thinking of
lifestyle
something else.
of France and
Got it,
and
got
that
it,
area
got
and the
it.
bohemian thing. So he's a main character of the movie. So Toulouse is a little person in real life.
Oh, I
they
didn't
hired
know
John
that.
Leguizamo to play him, who literally plays the thing on his knees. It's like I love John Leguizamo. He's the first person to scream out loud if Latino people aren't being hired for
Yeah.
Yeah.
Latino roles.
Yeah.
He played fucking Toulouse.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
Just saying.
Yeah.
it's
I
yet
hear
again,
you.
man. It's like
It's
can't be
the,
short.
It's the last bastion.
It's the yeah.
of
Try to make fun of fat people.
Yeah,
See what happens to you. You make fun of fat people. Fucking
Yeah.
fat people. Sorry, that last one was.
even we're like,
Yeah,
no, okay.
God.
Yeah, no, I was like,
kind of a lot. That was a
hey,
lot.
James,
It was
this
the
is
last-
all you.
It was the last part. It was the just there the complete
It was
sentence.
for the laugh. I'll get in trouble for
I
that later.
know.
But yeah, it is. It's a lot. It's like
Yeah.
you can do anything you want if you, to make fun of fucking short people.
That is pretty wild.
I don't even cuss
is there
this much,
nothing?
but
Is
I'm
there
wound up.
nothing else? Is there true like? Because
Oh, I'm sure there's.
But I
things-
mean, is there
I'm sure there's
nothing
people
else?
going. They're kind of messing with us
Yeah.
too. You know what I mean? I mean, I still think there's an exorbitant amount of comics who make fun of blind people. Like,
Really?
there's a lot of blind and deaf stuff. Deaf in particular.
I've heard that. Yes. Now, the
Everyone
deaf
does
thing,
a
for sure.
sign language thing where you're like,
I've
and then they
seen
do the
that
voice,
a good amount.
that
Yeah.
shit.
I
Yeah,
have seen
they
that a
get
good
messed
amount.
with, and it's like, I'm not saying that stuff is. It's not great, obviously, but it's like,
But it does.
sucks.
But it does ring. It touches a cultural nerve, right? Even if people are laughing at it, even if they're cool with it, they're
Yeah.
also like, "Ah, that's kind of messed up."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas they might not have that. Oh, that's
Oh, yeah,
kind of
I-
messed up feeling at
Yeah.
all with short people.
I'll give you that. I'll sign on to that.
But why not though?
Why not? What?
Why wouldn't you also have that with short people?
Because
No,
everybody,
I think the point is
That they don't.
That they don't. The point is why, right? The point is
I
why
agree.
does no one have this reaction?
Yeah.
yeah.
Unlike just about anything else. I can't think of an example. That was about as close of an example as we have. I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
So,
really interesting.
Anyway, I had jotted it down and I kind of remembered it because it had been a week since I saw Wicked, and I literally was scrolling through my notes before, and I was texting myself. I was like, "Holy shit! What's going on? There's no little people. Holy shit!" And then I started looking stuff up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, they're."
And we've talked about this before.
Oof.
Before we've had this conversation well before Wicked came out. This is not
Yeah.
new.
No. This is just more
just more.
artillery.
This
for
one
my
is
bits and-
particular. I think this one's particularly egregious.
It is for a show that has really taken a stance on being inclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
You're gonna be
If you're going
inclusive.
to like work that hard to do everything else.
Yeah.